What is going on, guys? Well, welcome back to another finally SimpleRockets 2 video. I know it's been long awaited and everyone's been going on about playing more SimpleRockets 2 and everything, and yes, I thought I'd bring it back for something kinda different but kinda new. Kinda not different sort of thing, I don't know. We're going to be doing a build video today where we're going to build the SV03 satellite that SpaceX just launched for the next video, which we are going to launch on the actual Falcon 9. So I've got a picture up here of what it actually looks like, so I'm going to try my best to try and replicate the design. Just bear with us because it's been a while since I've played this game. What I'm going to do actually is load in the Falcon 9. Have I got it loaded as a... I don't, but I've got this. I think that was totally different size, I think. What size did I make the grid fins? That big, so it can be pretty big. Okay, that's fine. And the fairing, we've got the fairing anyway. So we're going to start off with a basic. We'll go 4 meters. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be exact. And you know, I just like to do these things to look cool. So there we go. We'll add that, and then we'll put another one on top there. And then what we'll do here, actually, we'll make this smaller. Make it smaller. 319. That is 319 as well. Oh, there we go. Make them smaller and a little bit taller. What we're going to have in here, this one is going to be, we'll actually add another block up here, which will be the battery module. So we'll set the fuel type to battery, and we'll put in some monopropellant as well. I'm not sure if the actual one has monopropellant, but we will put some in. Oops. There we go. Right. Priority. Oh, I didn't know this was a new thing. This is a new thing. Right. What we're going to do here is set these to be the tinfoil texture. Where is it? There it is. Insulation. To get them to look like the real, kind of like the real one. There we go. And then what we're going to do is get a structural panel. Put that roughly in the middle. I'm going to mirror it. That is that in the middle there. That's actually a better idea, just putting it on the top. And then we can just, oops, flip it around like so. There we go. Make it a little bit wider than the actual craft itself, because I see that it does have little bits of an overhang of like the side structure panel there. So I want it to overhang a little bit. Quite a bit on each side actually, to give it that satellite feel. That looks okay. I mean, they don't have to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. This whole satellite isn't going to be perfect. Right, and then what we want to do here, we're going to save this actually before we go any further. GPS 3. And then if I zoom in here, I want to see what this has got. This has got kind of like a load of we're going to make this the top. Yeah, we're going to make this the top. We're going to move this up a little bit, I think, so it has an overhang at the top as well as the bottom. And then we're going to add a load of struts. Everywhere, kind of randomly, because that's what the actual thing looks like. We'll make them kind of different sizes. This is what the actual thing looks like. If you look at the pictures on Google, it is just full of different rods that must do different things. Obviously this is GPS satellite. I'm not sure exactly what these do. There must be some sort of transmission antennas. But if we make them all different shapes and sizes, kind of want them to be all equal. Like, not cone shapes, more like cylinders. I don't want them to be cones. So yeah, so I don't think I've done like a build video in a long time, so I thought it was well overdue to try and do some sort of build video. That looks pretty cool there, actually. And then there's this sort of cone thing. Lots of people ask how you make like satellite dishes, and I just use cargo beers like this. Okay, if I put this over here, and then click on it. If I go like that, then it is pretty much a satellite dish right there. Look at that. And then all you do to make it blend in, you go all colours black. There we go. Look at that. One little satellite dish thing. Thingy-my-bob. Let's save that. We'll change the colours while we're here now. Anyway, we're going to make this a custom colour. It wants to be metallic. It's pretty smooth for this insulation. We don't want it to emit. We want it to reflect light. Yeah. Quite a bit of detail. Right, and then the next colour is going to be, whoops, white. It's not really white, it's kind of a, I'm guessing it is meant to be white, but it looks different on the actual video pictures on Google. It is metallic, but we want it to be pretty light, not the same material as that. Okay, so we've got our antennas and stuff on there. Oh, I'll put some spring. Them springs look tiny in comparison to this. Get some. Oh no, we'll not overload it with different things. I mean that's plenty really. Okay, so on the sides, these kind of little, I'm guessing that's what holds the solar panels shut on launch, kind of little brackets. So what I think, I'll just add some of these. Is that going to mirror on there? If I add some of these and paint them gold. Oops. That could work actually. I could make them gold up there. That's not bad actually. I think I will make them gold. Right, so there's only a few of them really. Only a few of them. It just gives it a little bit of detail. But I don't want to build really complicated fuel tanks as detail, because it will just, it'll end up lagging and looking terrible. So we'll keep it just to this sort of thing. There we go. Right. Now what I want, this is going to be hard to do. I want a rotator in the middle. Let's put that on a mirror. Then I want a hinge on the rotator. Has that actually worked? I think it has, yeah. But we're going to get rid of the... Whoa, can we not change the way it looks now? Oh, there, base style. Sorry. Right, we want this. And then we're going to put in another strut. And then we'll have two struts from that. Oh, I can't put a strut straight on there, can I? I'll have to put a fuel tank. If I put like a small fuel tank like this might work in my favour actually. If I put that on there like that, you see, and then I'll go like this. That could work. That could work. If we copy that for there. Is that the same angle? Pretty much the same angle. Oh no. Let's just undo that. Right, let's save it before we lose it again. Right, then they're actually quite big. So we need to make them a bit heftier. 519? What's the length on this one? 519. That's it. And then what we'll do, how we're going to get these solar panels to work? How big can these go? I don't think they go very big, do they? No, not at all. Right, what I'm thinking, I have an idea actually. If we get a structure panel that just goes on there like so, doesn't matter where it actually connects. If we put it on there, put it out like that, make sure that's center. Okay, and then we'll go up. Because these are big, two big squares really. We'll put big square like that. Goes up. Do they need to be longer? I would say they need to be longer. They're about as long as the body of the actual satellite here. Right, so if we get that and put that on there, like so, and we copy that and put it on there, move it a little bit so there's a gap. I don't know how well this will work. That's obviously not straight, is it? But we make it look fairly straight. That looks decent. That actually looks decent. So if we save that again, save that. Oh, they're not aligned, are they? That's not right. Let's put that to 90. Oh. That's because... Are they not aligned? No. Is it the whole spar, or is it the... Is it the hinge that's not aligned? Yeah, it is. It's the whole shebang. So if we just straighten that up, they should have straightened up, but they didn't. Why is this so complicated? But I think they look decent. The way they are, we'll leave them like that for now. Then all we need to do, obviously, is cover these. Can you not cover these in... You cannot cover these, can you? Scrap them, scrap them. It's gonna have to be a fuel tank. Put on there. Made into a square. Like so. Then what we want is a little block in between. Like so. Now that isn't too bad at all. So then we go with these. Why are they locking in? Are they only going to go on that side of the fuel tank? Am I going to have to just put it as solar arrays? That side of the fuel tank's the only one that's working, isn't it? Okay, if I go to this and change this 10 by 2 by 1, and then this side 10 by 1, 0.5. Issue 0.5. Now will they lie on that? Yeah, they should. Right, okay. Then all we have to do is rotate. Get rid of that one. Join on another one then. And now Why won't it go any higher than that? Let me see. Right, okay. I think we're gonna have to scrap that idea and go with the old reliable. Reliable them. Maybe if we just delete that, and make this super thin like that. We'll put this on the sides. Like that. Shame we can't hide this. Yeah, it is a shame we can't hide that. But they will still look pretty cool regardless. So if we save this as it is, got the hinge. I totally forgot how to use these. Slider 1, slider 2 for the rotate. Right, so if we just test this a second. Obviously that's going to be harder for them to, they'll be easier to, they won't flop like this in orbit. If we put them all the way up. Ah, right, okay. That's an issue. We need to turn the hinge. Yeah, we need to turn the hinge, okay. We can keep these open actually, can't we? I've made them slightly smaller. If I move that over there, rotate this, then put it back on. Just move this down a bit. Yeah, because it's kind of, it's not really in the middle. It's kind of towards the back. So that might work like that. Oh, we'll put them slightly off at an angle again, haven't we? But if we go, no, let's not move slider 2. Yeah, let's move slider 2. And then put them up. Yeah, they don't work as expected. Whoops. Did not mean to put that on. I wish you could get rid of this block. That would be good. Let me think of what we can do if we start them closed, see what happens now. I mean, that won't look too bad, like that. Yeah, I think we might keep it like that. We'll just deal with it like that for now. If you've got another way that will work better, then let us know in the comments below, because that is not the best way of doing it. But it looks good. It looks decent. I wouldn't say good, but decent. Right, we're going to stop this from getting resized. I'm going to stop this from getting resized, because we want to connect. Hang on. There's my fuel adapter. I'm going to put 4 of them on. Connect these that way. Okay, make that like blockiness at the back. I want to change them, the colour of them as well. I want them to be the normal white, and we don't want them to be textured like so. Maybe like that, that would be cool. Right, and then I can't get an image of the back. But what we will do is put just a stage on there. I didn't really want it to go that shape. I want it in, oh, I keep doing the same thing. I want it in a stage that won't resize. Whoops. Just to go in the middle there, and then we'll get another one which will be like the ring, the decoupler ring kind of thing. I think that will work okay. So if we save that. Right, and then we'll want the antenna. So if we get another hinge, and we just go one big strut, with kind of a block on the end that will have more struts coming off it, like the big antenna that it is. Actually, a really fine point. We want a really fine point on them. Not too fine, but yeah. And then there's going to be a little bit of a body goes down to another block which in turn is another needle with some smaller ones coming off from it. And that's our antenna. And we'll put this on slider slider 2. Now this is towards the front, so we'll want this all the way up here in the middle and pointing that way. So this is on slider 2, that hinges on slider 1. Actually, we'll put this on slider 1. And there we go. And we've got to figure out which way we turn this. Yeah, I'm sure that'll look fine when we launch it. It's not the prettiest thing, but it works. It'll do the job. Right, so thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you in the next one when we launch it. So, goodbye.